Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for another episode of Unboxing Time with the Ramen Raider, the show where I show you what comes in the mail. And today I've got something from ExoticNoods. You can get one of these boxes over at ExoticNoods.com. It's got instant noodles from around the world, and they're usually some pretty neat stuff. So let's crack it open and see what's in here. Nice. And to start things off, we've got a hot and sour pork bone variety from Fan's Kitchen. So this is by Jin Mai Long, a Chinese company. I believe I've had this one and it was pretty good. Next up, from Sichuan Guangyu, we have this Guangyu Mianyang rice noodle. I don't know that I've had this one. Artificial beef flavor rice noodle, and it is, yeah, this totally looks like Sichuan Guangyu, so another Chinese variety. Cool. Definitely had this. This is Nongshim's Sun veggie noodle, and this is like a version of Shin, but it's cleaner and it's a little brighter, and I definitely prefer this over Shin Ramyun by quite a bit. It's really good stuff. So yeah, you should check it out if you haven't had it before. Yeah. It would surprise me if I haven't had this, but then again it wouldn't, because I don't know that I've ever seen it in this form factor, but I've had this in packs and bowls. This is Otogi's cheese ramen in soup. So it's basically a cup version of Korean instant noodle, and it has cheese powder, and it's not bad. And here's one I certainly haven't had in a long time. This is JML's stewed pork noodle. It's funny, JML keeps coming out with all these different varieties, and like there's this one, there's the big soup, big taste. They've got there's a stewed pork in that. With this range, however, there's one that I really like. It's funny, there's a spicy beef, and then there's a hot spicy beef. So it's kind of like, so it's just one's hot and one's extra hot. It's kind of funny. And here's a classic and one that I've had before and been to the factory where they make this stuff in Thailand, which is great. This is Mama with their shrimp tom yum flavor, and this is the jumbo pack. This is really, really good. If you like tom yum, this is like a really excellent variety, and I highly recommend it. Next up, one of the new bulldog varieties. This is the habanero lime bulldog, and it's spicy. It's got a lime hit to it, and it's different than the other ones by a little bit. This one has a little bit more of a soupiness to it. This came out in conjunction with the Quattro, the 4 cheese. They're both kind of like south of the border kind of skews on stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of bulldog varieties to try, and people seem to like this one a lot. I thought it was pretty good. And finally, we've got the JML Big Soup Big Taste that I mentioned earlier, and I just reviewed this one the other day. This is the artificial beef flavor in golden soup. This one wasn't what I expected because it's got a strong flavor and it's kind of tart. It's definitely more leaning towards like the pickled cabbage sauerkraut varieties. Not to say it's bad, but it's definitely not as expected, so that was pretty cool. Alright, so in this box from ExoticNoods, you could get something porky, something spicy, beef from China, pork from China, Thai tom yum, Korean cheese noodle, a vegan variety made in California, a big rice noodle bowl, and a pair of Korean chopsticks. Oh, a big thanks to Daniel over at ExoticNoods.com for sending this over. Yeah, you should check these guys out. I don't know if it's still active, but you could try using the coupon code TheRamenRaider and getting yourself a nice little discount. All right, this has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye.